So for errors, we have the three different types of errors. Actually, this is the same for all the programming languages. We have the compilation error, which is the syntax errors. So the syntax error are like your grammar. So if you write your grammar wrongly, it's easy to spot them. Okay. So for example, you may have forgotten to write the colon. Okay. So you just continue to write. Then somewhere along there, you see that there's this red color line, wiggly line. Okay. So this one will tell you that there is an error. Okay. The other place that you will see this is at the top right here. You have an exclamation mark where you say that okay, it's one error and two typos. Okay, so the typo, yeah, like it's a spelling mistake. The one you can ignore them if you want. Okay, so you can select the syntax error. So that's one. Okay, because you can also uh, show all the different errors as well. Okay, so once you click on the errors, okay, you can see that this additional window pops up. Okay, then you say okay at line 8, so the colon 8 means it's line 8. Okay, go to line 8 here. Okay, you have something that is missing, so you can hover above it or you can see at the window here that your colon is missing. Okay, and at the right side you can see where the particular line is. Okay, you highlight to you as well. This is good if you have a very long file. Okay, then it's easier to just click on it and they will bring you directly to the particular line. Okay, so they already tell you how to resolve this. Okay, just press a colon. Okay, your error will disappear. Okay, you have to fix this because let's say you are going to continue with running this. Okay, we can try running this file exchange.py. Okay, they will give you an error, invalid syntax. Okay, this is all the compilation error as well, syntax error. Okay, so you have to change this. Okay, so most of the time they will tell you probably the errors. Okay, so another example is you forget the brackets here. Okay, so it may not be as easy to understand, and you just by removing one bracket, you can see that you have quite a lot of errors, 12 errors. Okay, so usually we will start with going to the very first one. Okay, because usually if you solve the first one, you will resolve whatever is below. Okay, because sometimes like you hover above this. Okay, we don't really understand some of these errors as well, like amount. Like we have a amount here, why is it giving me an error? So usually we'll try to solve from the top. Okay, so you know that okay, because I delete this, so you know that we are missing a bracket here. So by placing, you will resolve anything that is below as well. So always go to the very top error and solving it from top to bottom. So the syntax errors usually they are easy to spot. Okay, and for the resolution help that they give you, usually it takes some time for you to understand what it means. Okay, but usually by solving the one at the top, you'll resolve some of the errors at the bottom. Okay, so always start from the very top. Okay, next is a runtime error. Runtime errors, they are usually a bit more difficult to show over here. So some scenarios is that it could be the computer's problem, okay, which is easier to say than to replicate a problem like that. So computer errors could be you may be out of computer space, like your storage space or memory, that it caused that error. Okay. Another thing is a runtime error could be you having a list. So let's say we have a list of currency. Okay, and of course let's give a few SGD, and let's say Malaysia ringgit. Okay, so maybe somewhere along the line we want to print uh, a list. Okay, for any reason, we just use this for a um, list of currency. Yeah, we'll just use this as an example lah. Okay, of course, currently we don't have any practical reason to use this. So you should know that by now your list start from the position 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so somehow we thought that this is number 3, so we put a 3 here. Okay, of course when you type it out, there's no wrong about this problem. Okay, so it's only when we run the program. So now over here we want to do this SGD to USD, okay, which is this part. Okay, this has the problem. Okay, this is runtime error. Okay, where your list wants to get a value that it doesn't have. Okay, so let's try to run this. Okay, then they will give you some errors. Okay, they will say that it is a runtime error. Okay, then they say that okay, the list index is out of range. So only when you reach this particular function, they will tell you an error. Yeah, and this is when you are working on you are like testing it yourself as a programmer. But if you are the user, the system will just hang, okay, and you may not know what is happening. Okay, but of course, when you are testing it, you are able to see that there's an error that is being generated. Okay, with a runtime error, and it says that the list index is out of range. Okay, so actually we only have up to number 2. Okay, instead of 3 here. Okay, because we have only 3 items, so it's 0, 1, 2 in the index. Okay, so now let's say if you run this again, then it will you know print out as normal. Okay, because number 2 is this particular value. Okay, lastly is the logic error. The logic error is very easy. Okay, so we have a business logic where we say that okay, if they exchange for $10 or more, okay, more than $10, okay, I will give an extra $1 USD. Okay, so my business rule is to say that okay, if only they exchange more than $10. Okay, so but in our check we test for bigger than or equals to 10. Okay, so we can run this. So that oh yeah, okay, the client is happy because they get more money. Okay, but your boss is unhappy because you give additional money to other people. Okay, although this is not part of the promotion. Okay, so your client is happy, so you won't feel that this is a problem you need to report. Yeah, but somehow or later your boss is saying that why are they losing a lot of money? Yeah, then you say oh, it could be the programming's problem. Okay, so we need to find where the problem is. So of course you see me adding this thing, but if you are the programmer and it's hidden among thousands of lines of code, this particular equal sign could be a very difficult error to spot. Okay, so this is where we can use our unit testing, okay, to uh, to fish out all these small bugs. Okay, especially logic errors. Okay, they are the easiest way to uh, get all these bugs out. Okay, so we will look through on our unit testing demo.